With E3 cancelled this year and every game developer announcing and promoting their own games in smaller direct broadcasts, it's pretty difficult to keep track of all the games announced and when they're supposed to be coming out. We all know and love Square-Enix, and with Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 out and finished, all I seem to be hearing is promoting for one of their next massive upcoming games. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. Oh yeah, Marvel's Avengers. And while I'm always happy to see new information about this game, I thought it would be nice to talk about 5 other Square Enix games that don't seem to be getting as much press. Number 5. Project Athia. Yes, I know this was only teased at the PS5 reveal event in June, but we're now approaching a month since the announcement and no other information and no more hype. Project Athia is a game being developed for PS5 and PC and has no release date set currently. Being developed by Luminous Productions, which is a studio that was formed in 2018 from some of the members of the team that worked on Final Fantasy XV. We do know that this is going to be a story-led action game set in a fantasy world. I'm guessing the main protagonist is going to be named Athia, just based off of the project title, and it's who we see originally wearing some shoes that look like they would fit into a modern day today. But it seems like she's transported to some other land that has magic, giant fire-breathing hounds, massive dragons, and other beasts to fight. Everything we see in the initial teaser hints that you'll be harnessing the natural world to solve problems. You can kind of see this from the bindings that sprout up from the ground around the hounds, as well as the grass that comes streaming from her feet when she leaps. This is one title that I can't wait to get more information about. Number 4. Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition. While Crystal Chronicles is not a new game, the original game came out in 2003 on the Nintendo GameCube, so I'm guessing a lot of people have never played this amazing game in the Final Fantasy franchise. Crystal Chronicles tells the story of a world plagued by a gas called miasma that started after a meteor hit the planet. This poisonous gas would kill everyone left alive if not for crystals which keep the miasma at bay. But these crystals need to be recharged to keep on protecting the citizens of this world, and that's where you come in. You and up to 3 friends embark on an epic journey to recharge these crystals to save your home, and will fight hordes of enemies along the way. Not only are the visuals, audio, and gameplay being remastered for this release, they are also introducing a light version that can be downloaded for free on any of the platforms that will allow you to play the first 3 dungeons. And, as a bonus, if one of your friends buys the full game, they can actually invite you to join them to help clear up to 13 dungeons together, all with only one person owning the game. They've also added some other quality of life features like an in-game chat, a magic timer to help let players synchronize their spells to combine for more powerful attacks, as well as new harder dungeons and better gear that you can get after completing the game. Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition will be coming to PS4, Switch, iOS, and Android on August 27th, 2020. Number 3. Babylon's Fall. This game was announced back at E3 2018, and I think it slipped under a lot of people's radars. Developed by Platinum Games, who are most known for titles like the Bayonetta series, Nier Automata, and Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, Babylon's Fall looks to have that same action-oriented, flashy style that most Platinum game titles have. Some originally thought that it looked like another Soul-style game, but I believe it looks a lot more to be like action-oriented, fast-paced game with flashy moves and complex game systems. It has a very stylized look with glowing swords flowing around the player performing fantastic-looking combos. You may also notice it has almost a painting-like graphic quality, which is based on the unique brushwork filter. From watching the gameplay, dodging seems to be a big part of the game and looks to reward fast movement and aggressive playstyles with amazing abilities and combos. Babylon's Fall was originally supposed to come out in 2019, but in December last year it was delayed, stating that more information would be coming this summer, so expect to hear more information about this game soon. Number 2. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. There are a lot of Kingdom Hearts games. Trying to keep track of them all sometimes makes my head spin, but hot off the heels of Kingdom Hearts 3 and the DLC chapters, things look to be continuing in Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. This is Kingdom Hearts' first musical rhythm game, and will be the first Kingdom Hearts game that will make its way onto the Nintendo Switch. It's set to come out later this year on PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory is going to feature over 140 musical tracks and 20 different characters from all throughout the Kingdom Hearts series. You'll be able to revisit most, if not all, the Disney worlds featured in the games, and you'll join forces with recognizable Disney characters while being able to play through the soundtracks of the games. It's going to feature both local co-op and online multiplayer with 4 different game modes to play and offer more challenges. From what we've seen so far, this really reminds me of Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy, which released for the Nintendo 3DS in 2012 and was an absolute blast to play through. Getting to play through all the awesome songs and leveling up, collecting characters was such a fun mechanic. I really hope that this will recreate some of that fun in the Kingdom Hearts world. Plus, it looks like the game will be continuing Kairi's story from the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC, so I can't wait to find out about what's happening or hints at what's to come in the Kingdom Hearts universe. Finally, number 1, Outriders. I really don't know how this game isn't getting more hype. From the developers People Can Fly, the people who made Gears of War Judgment and Bulletstorm, and the team from Square-Enix behind Sleeping Dogs, Just Cause, and Batman Arkham Asylum, Outriders is a futuristic, third-person shooter with drop-in and drop-out co-op in a sci-fi setting. The team behind Outriders are doing monthly broadcasts where we're learning tons more about the game, and every time I see more from it, it just gets me even more excited for it. It's going to feature 4 different classes, 3 of which have been officially announced and 1 that was leaked in the most recent broadcast. Outriders looks to give players crazy superpowers with short recharge periods and a crazy amount of guns to blast your way through enemies. Each class has 8 different powers that you can unlock and looks to really let you customize your powers to your playstyle. So, you've got the Pyromancer, who are mid-range class with crazy AoE fire powers. These include powers that deal damage to an area, knock enemies back, you can shoot fire in a straight line doing damage to everything that it touches, and are actually healed when enemies are killed that are affected by your fire. The Devastator class is for those who want to be a tank. They get in close, take a lot of damage, and also deal out a lot. They've got earth powers, like an earthquake that damages and knocks back players, a jump that deals heavy damage to a single enemy, and they get health back when nearby enemies are killed. The last class that we actually know about right now is the Trickster, which is a high-risk, high-reward class that lets you teleport right into the middle of battle and affect enemies with status effects like slow, and allow you to actually use a shield, which the other classes don't. Enemies that are killed at close range will heal the Trickster, so teleporting into the middle of battle could be your best chance at not dying. Outriders is going to have a large main story as well as optional side content that unlocks other areas of the map that are not accessible if you play the main story of the game. And it has hub spaces where you can learn more about the lore, buy and craft gear, as well as customize your mobile rig that goes with you everywhere. Next month's new broadcast is going to go over weapon mods and crafting, so I can't wait to see more on that. Leave a comment and a like if you're excited about any of these games as well, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all my upcoming videos. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Happy gaming!